What does it mean that Christ is Lord? Are you saying this because it's a funny meme?
Say, Christ is Lord.
Or just a statement that you traditionally repeated growing up in church? Today, I want to simplify that statement so that you can actually understand the power of having Christ as Lord over your life. So the Greek word of Lord actually represents a person exercising absolute ownership over something. That means that when Christ is Lord, you don't belong to yourself. You don't belong to Satan. You actually belong to him. He paid a very expensive price for you. And because you belong to him, you don't get to live your life however you want to live. You don't get to go wherever you want to go. No. Because he paid this expensive price, you ought to live a life that he has called you to live. As his servants and as his prized possessions, it's only right that we live a life of honor by being obedient to him and committing ourselves to him. In Matthew chapter 7, verses 21 through 23, Jesus is speaking and he says, "Not everyone who calls out to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Only those who actually do the will of my Father in heaven will enter. On judgment day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, we prophesied in your name and cast out demons in your name and performed many miracles in your name. But I will reply, I never knew you. Get away from me, you who break God's law." Imagine that you are an American, right? Let's say that you watching this are American and you get the opportunity to meet the King of England. When you meet King Charles, you are not going to say to him, "What they do, bitch, Charles? I like what you got on." Hopefully you will say to him, "Hello, King Charles. It's nice to meet you." Now, peep that you have acknowledged him as King Charles because that is his title. That is who he is. But that does not mean that he is your king, because you are not submitted to his rulership. You are not submitted under him. You acknowledge him as king because that's who he is, but you don't acknowledge him as king with an understanding that he is your king. And that is the same thing when it comes to Jesus. A lot of times people will acknowledge Jesus as Lord because that's his title. That is who he is. He is Lord. But you're not acknowledging him as Lord of your life. And so let this video be an encouragement to you to surrender yourself and invite Jesus, not just you are Lord over everything. No, you are Lord over my life. I submit to you. I want to be obedient to you. I want to be committed to you. I want to go where you tell me to go. I want to do what you call me to do. And I promise you that he will do more and greater things with your life than you could ever do on your own.